Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a battery grip for the Panasonic G85 and also known as the G80 in the rest of the world. So this is a third-party grip from DSTE. So let's take a closer look at it. So I picked this thing up at Amazon and it was only about 40 bucks, I think $42. And I also picked up this battery here from Castar, which didn't cost much either, like 10 bucks or something. So it's a pretty cheap setup here. So right around $50 you can get a grip and a battery. So in here we have the G85, which is a super great camera for what it is. And the reason I wanted to get this battery grip is because lately here we've been filming for over an hour and we're very minimized on the battery here, and we actually ran out. And changing the battery is sometimes not an option. It takes too long because the thing's on the tripod and you have to dismount it and whatnot else. So in any case, I wanted to get this because I'm hoping to extend the battery life of the G85 here. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing and see what it looks like. So it comes in this pack here. Chinese branded. There's many different names. There's a Neewer, there's this one, there's plenty of other ones. So whatever the best deal is, just grab that one because they're all the same. So at this time, this one was the best deal at $40. So I just went ahead and grabbed this one. All right, so this is how it's packed. Got a little spacer here. Here's the grip. And we got, I guess, a little manual here all about the grip. All right guys, and here is the grip. So it's packed nicely in this little bubble wrap. There's nothing more frustrating than buying something and it's just, not even wrapped at all. It's nice when they take a little care and wrap it. So yeah guys, this thing is looking really nice. It feels really premium. So it is all plastic, it's not metal, but it does have that metal look to it though, which is kind of cool. So here we have the locking mechanism. There's an on and off switch right here, and I'm guessing this is for these button functions. Well, we'll figure that out. Here on the bottom you have your normal camera mount screw, tripod mount. So here on the side we got quite a few functions here. So we keep the wheels over here just like on the camera, and we have the function button here, and we have another function button here, and we have the shutter release button. So this thing's packed with features. So we do have a little strap here also. And on the other side over here, we have the battery holder. And it's a pretty nice feeling one. Kind of feels like the original. Pops right up. Got some silica gel in there. And as you can see guys, the connector's in there just like there would be in the camera. So and they do have a pop-out thing here that you can run continuous power to. So you got quite a few options with this little cheap aftermarket grip. I don't know if I talked about this button yet, but you do have this AF/AE lock here. So quality is very good for the price for sure. So here on the top we have a cap that you pop off just like that. And here we have the connectors. So these are the connectors that will connect to the bottom of the camera. So all these functions and the battery can be integrated into the camera. So all right guys, so to use it on the camera, all you got to do is you got to pop this guy off here. There's like a little rubber cover, so you pop that off, and so now you're able to make a connection with the grip to the camera. So I have one battery already in here, the original one. So it should be as simple as lining it up and just twisting it to the lock position here. And the camera should be lining up pretty well with the grip. So now that it's really tight, you guys can see what that looks like. So that gives this camera a lot more of a pro look. So and it seems like the body color is matching pretty well. This seems to be a tiny bit shinier and then this rubber, but I think it's only because you know, the camera I've had this camera already for over a year, so I think this kind of faded out just from being in the sun and, you know, just being used. But yeah guys, it feels great in the hand. So one of the big pluses of having a grip is, you know, being able to hold it like this and shooting still, you know, if you're taking photography photos. So that's kind of a huge plus for it too, you know. There's definitely a lot of benefits of using a grip on a camera, not just for battery life, but just for the overall handling of the camera, you know, and having more features to work with out on the field. So the awesome thing about the G85 is the card slot's here, so you never have to, you know, take this off to get to the card slot. So I'm kind of curious of how the grip works. I'm guessing that if there's a battery in here, it starts with the battery in the grip, and then once that battery dies, it switches to the camera battery. All right guys, so next let's take out this battery that I got. So this is a Castar battery. So this is one of those cheaper brands, you know, nothing too special, but you know, buying OEM equipment is a little bit expensive for most people. So, you know, this is not a bad route. So most of the time these batteries are pretty good. Like I've never had trouble with aftermarket batteries. Yeah, sometimes they're not as good as the original, but most of the time they're good bang for your buck. So inserting the battery is as simple as opening the lid and putting your battery in, just like that. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the camera and see what happens. So there you go, you can see the camera is on, and also you can see right here where the battery emblem is. Hopefully you can see that. There's a little word that says, or a little lettering that says BG under the battery emblem there. And so what that means is it's using the battery grip battery. So I think somewhere in the settings in here, you can turn on the battery grip and off battery. So if you wanted to start with the internal battery of this camera, you could, and then, you know, move to the BG battery. I think the way it automatically works is it starts with the BG battery, which is battery grip, and then moves to the camera battery. So yeah, let's see if some of these function things work and stuff. So let me see if I can click the shutter button and see what happens. Okay, so nothing's happening, and the reason for that is because you have to turn it on. So right now it's off. So now that we're on, we should be able to, yep, there it goes. So the button feels really good, and the clickers feel good. Let's push this exposure button here. The exposure button works perfect. Everything seems to work good. Nothing too complicated. Very nice to have them. Alright guys, so the next thing I want to try is I want to see what happens if I leave the camera on and I disconnect the grip here. Okay, so what just happened was the camera turned off and then turned back on again on the internal battery. So I'm guessing, I'm not sure how this is going to work out, but if this thing is going to like shut off the camera when it runs out and then the camera has to turn back on, that kind of sucks because that abrupts the clip for a few seconds there, and then you have to push record. So that kind of sucks maybe, but I'm not sure if, I don't think it seamlessly goes from here to here, unfortunately. But I'm gonna test that out and let you guys know. But I'll go ahead and leave it in the comment if the camera shuts off when this battery runs out. So let's go ahead and take this battery out in the camera and then put this back on the grip here and see if it can run just off of the grip without the battery on the camera, So all right, let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, so it is running on the BG battery. So that's pretty cool. So if you don't need to, you know, have the battery in here for some reason because, you know, you just want the grip for other reasons, not for a bunch of battery life, then maybe that's fine too, you know. You can just kind of carry this battery around in your pocket, and that way you don't have to disconnect the grip every time to charge the battery in here, you know, if you were going to use it. So I guess depending on how you want to use it, you know, you can use it either way. So all right guys, so there's not much more I can say about this grip. It's definitely awesome. I love it. I'm sure I will love using it and having the, you know, extra battery and all these extra controls and functions. Plus it gives the camera a much better look. I mean, it just looks a lot more meaty. So overall, it seems like a great deal for this thing. So if you have a G85 or a G80, I would highly recommend this thing. And it's a great addition to the camera. Alright guys, so if you want to pick up the grip, I'll leave a link in the description. And also I'll leave a link in the description for a battery. So if you're interested in any of those, check that out. And if you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.